Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. And can I thank Willie Coffey for securing this debate and picking up the baton for this year's debate in the Scottish Parliament. And just to reassure the Sea of Purple in the gallery that I might not be holding the baton, but I'm still running the race with you and everyone who is in the fight to raise awareness of pancreatic cancer and to find the much-needed advances in this disease. And I also want to thank Willie again for mentioning John Scott and that very powerful speech that he made about his wife and his own situation. We wish his colleagues hope will take your best wishes back to him. It's a really important to increase public awareness, and as always I'm going to reiterate what some of the symptoms are to look out for. As Mr Coffey had said, many people cannot name a single symptom of pancreatic cancer, but these symptoms are often commensurate with other conditions. Common symptoms include back pain, indigestion, tummy pain, unexplained weight loss and loss of appetite. Anyone with jaundice should immediately go to an accident and emergency department. And increasing public awareness of some of these symptoms is absolutely vital, as early diagnosis and intervention is the best way to be able to treat or survive this cancer. I'm pleased to say that Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month is now a firmly held annual fixture in the Scottish Parliament. This in itself is a mark of the progress in bolstering pancreatic cancer in the policy agenda in Scotland. Pancreatic cancer campaigners, many of whom are in the gallery this evening, and many of whom have become friends, are a pleasure to work with. It's their advocacy and the bravery of those with lived experience of the disease that has brought this debate to the Chamber for its 6th year. I was delighted to host Pancreatic Cancer UK in the Parliament earlier this month too, and a cross-party contingent of MSPs came and took part in a photo call as part of PC UK's Don't Write Me Off campaign on the Garden Lobby steps. And campaigners were able to speak to MSPs about their experiences in the drop-in session. I had some difficult but heartening conversations with the campaigners who came along. Nicole MacDonald spoke about her dear friend Danielle, who sadly lost her life to pancreatic cancer in June. Nicole and Daniela's mother Diane spoke with such passion and warmth of this really young woman, and her resilience was evidenced in their thoughts. Danielle's wry humour following her diagnosis may have been a point of occasional frustration to her mother and Nicole, but it was a wonderful mark of her character in the face of such tribulation. I never had an opportunity to meet her, but from speaking to Nicole and Diane, it was clear that throughout her illness, Danielle remained indelibly herself. I was utterly touched that Nicole gave me the pin I'm wearing this evening, and I will wear it proudly out every November in memory of Danielle. And I thank you once again for coming to speak to us about her. I've previously spoken about a cause of optimism, a quality that's hard to come by when you're talking about pancreatic cancer. The central cause of optimism is that with early intervention, pancreatic cancer can be survived. And there are innovations in treatment across Scotland. I've spoken previously about the exemplary work of Precision Plank in Glasgow. NHS Scotland has launched a new initiative with the innovative virtual cancer care team to speed up the diagnosis and treatment for those with 2 of the deadliest forms of cancer, pancreatic cancer being one of them. A Scotland-wide 2-year project included in the recently published Cancer Action Plan for Scotland will triage patients who have been referred by local healthcare teams for suspicion of pancreatic cancer, and this should allow for swift diagnosis and reduce delays. Other promising developments include a clinical study to develop a breath test that could detect pancreatic cancer, and a team at Imperial College London, led by Professor George Hanna, are studying how breath samples taken in GP surgeries could ensure people with early pancreatic cancer symptoms, which can be mistaken for other things, pancreatic cancer could be ruled out at a very early stage if this test becomes available. So as Pancreatic Cancer UK puts it, we need to go faster. And as I said many times when I'm speaking about this disease, what weeks and months and years for other cancers are seconds and minutes and hours when it comes to pancreatic cancer, because it can be such an aggressive and such a short time that people have to deal with it and live with it after diagnosis. And that's the pivot that we have to make. We have to get there earlier. We have to give people, as Linda Murray always says, I have to just give people a chance. So thank you very much, Presiding Officer.